a good morning to you from the Japanese West. We're here in Okayama, specifically the Okayama circuit, round 8 of the Japan series and round 3 of the Japan Tsuyo Zako series. Welcome everyone to the Japan Zako series Okayama 200 minutes coming right up for you. So anyways, let's take a look into the track map of the circuit. Talking about the track that was open specifically 3 right down. This could be considered upper race, but it does have to be a fast car as well. Into the turn 4. I think that's called Atwood. Yeah, it's called Atwood. Easily like factory 600 feet, if I'm not mistaken, before you get into the hairpin, Walker, Piper, Redmond, Hobbs, Light 9. So that final segment is going to be very difficult as well. So that's going to be the test for all the drivers that will be racing all inventors. Is the target lap record for these cars, but now with slightly more temperatures than expected. We are going to see these tires really light up, and we're going to see some action forward. It's one thing to say, but I will need to get into the curves, especially into the action area. In the past few series of the race here. Let's take a look into the Zako standings after Suzuka, especially after we have done the race. So now we have dropped the field down to 19 after Jake Martinez, after Hiroshi Ao dropped out of the ARO competition following her graduation. Best in her future endeavors. Sideline from this point on in ARO competition citing activity. So Jake Martinez, though, had been driving in the Hiroshi Ao car for some time, is now currently about to represent on the Yep. Excuse me while I try to adjust the. Excuse me while I try to adjust the microphone. So yeah, that's your top 10. That's your top 10 done. So with that being said, we only have Czech Labradors, Joey, Rajikaziski, Yukara, Toka, and Rudy having okay seasons. Both Labradors and Joey had non-finishes as well as specifically a 7th place finish. Joey got his at Yongnam and Chaka got his at Suzuka. That explains where they are at the moment. And speaking of the rest of the field, Cameron Riba and Shango not having those great seasons right now. And that only leaves us with Ali J and Misaki Sakura, who are currently racing for KRV and Sakura Aski. Both of them have yet to score points right now. Alright, so we are going to move on into qualifying. So my name is Mama Reza in the commentary book. Welcome everyone to Okayama for the start of the qualifying session here. Oh yeah, I am going to also do a bit of a fun fact because we are running the stream concurrently with The VTuber racing projects is Corpo Car West and East Series, and as of us reporting this, let me check, because we are going to report on this interesting informations here. Yeah, so it's a new season of Corpo in the VTR basis, as drivers are now coming out of the track and qualifying. So a bit of an update right now. We have already finished the East Series right now, and the current leaders are Sarah Luceria, who got 2 second place finishes and a win. Her win coming in from Melbourne. And I think although the best driver from the Lozenge rounds will be Leia Memoria, who got 122 points. So that is something to pay attention to as the VTRB now moves over to the West Series. Anyways, back into the ARO, Seirin currently in the candidate number 59, looking to get her season well and properly underway. Now that she's out on the track. And also Misaki Sakura, though, struggling so far this season in the ASCII number 12, taking over from Salman, just done it better, but that's where she needs to absolutely up the ante in her performance. So anyway, coming into the final corner to start off the lap here in Okayama. This short stretch before coming to the Dunlop bridge, and just after that you need to brake it to turn 1, arc yourself into turn 2 very well, hook it up with an ideal racing line, or you need to go carry as quickly as possible into the S section. No problem. 75-meter board into Atwood, and then go for a late apex into the back straight. Prepare as much speed as possible into the 600-meter long straight here as we now come into the hairpin. It is for Sakura as she takes it a bit tidy at the hairpin, and then into Revolver and Piper. Now I would want to treat it as a single corner, but it's separated enough that you gotta have to nail down both these corners as both 2 separate corners. And then into Redmond and Hobbs. You don't want to go too much into the racing line at the exit of Redmond, so that you can carry a lot of more exit than Hobbs. And into Mike Knight, up just about flat out in these cars. And into the final corner. Again, for that late apex for the run into the main straight, and that should be a lap here in Okayama. I do want to point out, actually, because Akozuri, she won't be racing today, because even though she's in the World Soccer, because she has actually qualified for the Japan Tsuyo. That is attributed by her great performances in the Japan qualifiers relative to World qualifiers. Anyways, Labrador is currently in provisional pole right now, 122.887. That will be his qualifying run done so far. Sobiak, meanwhile, goes up an ante with a 122.818. Jay Martinez in his debut for Takayami Toa goes into a 123.467. Now, one criticism that the Toa car has is the lack of finishing, given how incredibly unpredictable Rohan was. Martinez, fresh off of his stint for Yodo Xiao, is actually willing to completely drop into the Zako in both World and JP just so that he can race still. Anyway, Dak Patterson's currently up in 4th place. Sakura now coming into the pits. Will that be her qualifying session over? So Biangun currently is in the driver's seat to get it sorted, to get himself into pole position for course, Corvetti Nico, and by Ali J. Holy. Well, it's a pretty flow-glow day, apparently, as Ali J now gets her number 51 Okayama machine up into provisional pole. Hanami Kiriko goes up to second place, looking to finally get the ball rolling for Himori Luna. Subyoung gets one back against the two. It looks like Sakura will not take further part in qualifying. Jake Martinez has now put his Toa machine into a 122.922. Very great stuff here. More drivers set in their competitive times. We are also going to be paying attention to Dak Patterson, who does not improve. We might have one more try. He's currently in the mid-pack. Let's just hope that he doesn't retire. Problem. Saren and Shango currently occupying the bottom positions right now. Joey is currently in 12th. Masa Raido currently in 14th. Continuing to show the malaise that these DJI cars are currently having. Ollie J, no, has gotten hard put into pole position. 122, 162. It's a Vivi type of moment for her. Ollie J, checking the rest of the mate, Dak Patterson, who is showing Dobson is believed to perform for Chihaya, believing that he doesn't have the synergy. Martinez, meanwhile, goes up into 6th place, hits the ground running, and he goes into the pits, of course. So the timer's now struck 0 with car still running. Yuki Artoka goes up into 3rd place, 122.481. Cameron Riba goes up into 4th. Mikolev into 7th. Josai, meanwhile, goes up into 6th place. Hanami Kiriko gets up into 4th place. Rudy up into 15th. Last car's out on track, and that should be it for qualifying. And that's Ollie J on pole position. Holy. That's a bit of a surprise there, even to my standards, even to anyone's standards, honestly. But anyways, that is gonna be an interesting welcome, given the circumstances. As we are now going to welcome, as we're now going to bring you all into the starting lineup here for the Okayama 200 minutes. Ollie J is your pole sitter for Kikirara VV with So Byung-eun currently. Oh man, that's not gonna work. So Byung-eun will start second alongside Ali J in what will be a flow-glow front row. Yuki Hartoga will start third for Hikara Lami. Will the Trapso woman get the job done after her showing in VGTC? Hanami Kiriko, meanwhile, will start fourth for Mario Luna with Kaminari Riba, fifth for Shiran. Joshua Sahi, the assistant Kun, currently running sixth for Hakui Koyori, as that will be the place he will start. Remote Resolve will start 7th for Shiranoi Flair with 8th place Isakaiji Mikolai for Sakaramiko. 9th place Jake Martinez will now make his debut for Tokyo Mitowa, fresh off his stint from his time with Yodo Xiao. Chaka Labradors rounds out the top 10 for Natsuhiro Matsuri. First of the Ligier cars, Joey running the remaining 4 cars that will be operational going forward. We'll start alongside fellow Viet Misaki Sakura for ASCII. Dak Patterson starts 13th for Indo Chihaya with 14th Raichi Kazuki for Yusuke Choko. And Rudy rounds out 15th place for Mizumiyasu. 16th place goes to hang on. 16th place goes to Masaraido for Todoroki Hajime. And then we got 17th place. Austin Wizard, the last of the Oracas, who will be qualifying at the back for Inagami Korone. 18th place, meanwhile, will be for Seirin and Otonose Kanade, with 19th place going to Shango and Ichijo Ririka, the new leader of Reglass. Alright. So we got these cars now ready to make the start. We are just going to see how it works. Just gonna line up the cameras. And that will be the cameras to use. Alright, so we got 68 laps of Okayama for the Zako series field to tackle. It's Ali J on pole position. Sobyang starting second in what is a flow glow front row, and we are off here in Okayama, and that's a great start there from Ali J, as we will need to see if there are any carnage at the back. The answer is gonna be no. Everyone has survived for now. Everyone some of them still going double file there as they're now trying to make their way into the hairpin, rather Atwood curve. Martinez now under pressure from his former Reglass teammate Joey, as he now tries to go around the outside. Ali J currently leads Yukara Toka Sobiak at third, Kiriko 4, Riba 5, Asahi 6, Mikolev 7 under pressure from Chaka Labradores in 8th, Raymar Gonzalez at 9th, and Martinez draws out of top 10. And that is Shango, who's going off the track. This battle has been going on for over half a lap there. Martinez and Joey, and Martinez is absolutely relishing the battle here. Joey is going to try to take his line down, as both of them will go side by side. There's contact, and Jake Martinez goes off into the track, and that's a bit of a slam into the wall. Same goes for Rudy. It's a move gone wrong. And this is, it feels like deja vu for the director who's watching, as it's another incident for the Toa car. Joey ends up winning the battle, but it feels like Joey had been nudging Martinez. We don't know if this will be grounds for a penalty, because if you look at the radar at the bottom, because right now the stewards are reviewing the incident. Now, the stewards are going to be asking some interesting questions there to Joey right now on where Joey's position is, because Martinez was technically ahead by the corner, but he was actually losing out though at by the time we reached the Mike 9 corner. But if you look, into the replay, Martinez was ahead at the corner, so that could be grounds for Joey getting a 15-second penalty for causing a collision, an avoidable one at that. That sends Martinez down a spot or two. Meanwhile, we got Seirin and Shango now battling between each other. It's now Seirin ahead at the final corner. We now have Rudy now trying to make something happen against Shango. Go running around the outside, just doesn't have the grip. Oh! And that's Seirin with an engine failure. That will be our first casualty of the race of this race. Seirin Seiren out after just 2 laps completed. That is a very unfortunate set of circumstances for the current driver. Well, just have one day to deal with, but also Sunday, or maybe today, she is now out of the race. J currently in control right now, and if he does stay there in the lead, what standings this will be in terms of both ends. Ollie J on top, Seiren at the bottom. Now, remember that these two, despite being both part of the device class, are actually somewhat rivals of sorts in a friendly way. They have this battle of the brats and who is going to be out-bratting the other. And right now, Ollie J is currently out-bratting everyone so far. The diamond, the girl who loves diamonds, and the girl who is being loved by diamonds is currently up at the top in the spot that is deserving of diamonds of sorts. Anyways, Rippa now goes up into 5th place, trying to see if he can make a move on to Kiriko. Still much of this race to go, and we are going to be try to finish this race as soon as possible. So anyways, great attendance here in the Okayama stands. Riga meanwhile currently in 5th, Namura is in 7th, Mikolev in 8th, Sakura in 11th place, Kaczynski in 12th, Patterson in 13th, still trying to find something. You can see Martinez or rather just Martinez trying to throw races away despite having damage. Right, around the grounds moment. Well, right now the races are coming at a interesting standstill of sorts. Is it really a standstill? Try to keep going with this right now Rudy has made his move against Shango, and now Ozan Wizard's gonna try to make his move against the Rika driver as LG continues that fast slap. So what's happening in the VTRP right now, and right as I'm saying it right now at Homestead, we now have Imi Bisu trying to chase her way into the lead. The race is still ongoing into Homestead, oval time at Homestead Miami. We always still got Ollie J currently controlling this lead. The gap's now open at 1.6 seconds. Reba meanwhile seeing if he can make something scary, but has been on. Meanwhile, Wizard against Rudy has been going on. Now Rudy has been down in position. Sean goes ready to take it back. And Joshua Asahi! Oh dear, that's our second engine failure of the day. The Koyori number 54 not having a very good day, as he will now be joining Seiren at the sidelines. Joshua Asahi had been on a barren points run since Suzuka, and it looks like it will continue. And also, just wanted to point out that Ollie J right now currently on the hunt for her win. Austin Wizards just going to score a single point, and that will mean that will be very seismic in the grand scheme of things in the championship battle. It's right now we are just going to see though what's gonna be for the other entrance here. Patterson, despite having a massively damaged car from the contact that he had with Joey, and a slight slam as he was trying to rejoin the track. Martinez tries to still go around the outside at Piper nonetheless, but still goes up into the 12th place right now. While Rudy goes up into the points over Austin Wizard, who is now going to be out of the points. Rudy, though, even though he goes out into the gravel trap a bit, he's still going to be under pressure though, despite being somewhat ahead. Side-by-side action, you can make this up. Labradors though has the fastest up the race, 122.437, and there's contact, and there's a massive slam into the wall, and so that's a massive slam into the gravel trap, I mean. But Rudy manages to keep him on the track, himself on the track, and that was a pretty interesting spin there from the Mizumiyasu driver. They were both going side by side at Mike Knight. Rudy just got sent into the gravel trap after he made contact with Austin Wizard as they were both going on to the inside, or both going into Mike Knight. These drivers should know also very well that to go out into go side by side at Mike Knight requires lots of balls and risk taking. And that's what we're seeing right now. And Ryan Rudy has been found wanted. And to just show you the gap in speed between the Lichiers and the Orcas, look at Maserati's gap to Dak Patterson. 10 seconds. It's very concerning right now. Speaking of which, Zako had a switch here with Joey, because Joey is coming into the pits. And so Joey is going to spend a decent amount of time in the pits here. Doesn't look like he will be making his move. Oh, there will be his move. He now gets out, but he will be in dead last. 17th out of the remaining drivers, but not actual last. That job goes to Seirin as her car pumped out. Meanwhile, that's Masaraido overtaken by Austin Wizard. Now he's clear to give himself closer to Patterson. The gap's now at 12 seconds. It shows you the pace difference that the Lichiers have right now. Now Sean Go is going to go down the inside of Masaraido, as both of them are going to get this bar between each other. Ollie J, meanwhile, goes into the pits as Toka now goes into the lead. Sobiak Umi goes down the inside to take it. And the lead change right now, it will be Toka currently in the lead. Again, she might be troublesome at times, but she is, at the very least, got some serious pace and currently the best hope the Yuki Mins have had, especially given that she won the previous race at the VGTC at Indraspedium. And Rudy, what a surprise for him. He gets the fastest lap of the race, 22.7. PR Toka is up next to come into the pit. And right now the strategy call is going to be interesting here. So Byung-eun now gets into the lead. Kiriko now up in second with some slight damage, but she is reporting no problem so far. She is still under pressure from Reba, who had been trying to make the pass, and now is going to try to make the pass onto Kiriko, but Kiriko still hangs around the outside. Great defensive move from her to force Reba into taking the longer way out. As more drivers come into the pits, Rudy, Wizard, Shango, and Masaraido now comes in. But I think Masaraido is also a retirement, I think. Yeah, Masaraido has also retired from this race. So if you want to know what happened to Masaraido right now, well, I think the issue is a bit... Yeah. I think the issue is simple. It's another engine failure from him, because it was a pretty sudden DNF. Yep, Masaraido, it's a DNF from him. So already 3 cars out of this race, and 2 of them are regloss cars. 2 of them are running ignition. Massive problem here at the for the Ligier camp. We've been struggling with pace and reliability. Still other seasons especially. Right, so back into the racing situation. So, Kamen Reba is the closest contender right now. To Hanami Kiriko, who is now 6 seconds behind So Byung-eun. Remember, So Byung-eun currently was battling with Ali J and Toka, and Toka has beaten Ali J, so the overcut strategy is currently the preferred strategy right now. It's going to be interesting to see where So Byung-eun and Hanami Kiriko currently are right now. It is interesting. And it's a bit of a lock-up there. Joey's been waiting in the wings. Ali J now goes up to 10th. Oh my. So, yeah. So there was an issue from Toka. Sorry for missing that. I was kind of missing that. Sorry. Toka was already behind Jay all this time. I mistook Jay from Joey. Sorry about that. Anyways, Labrador is currently in 11th place. Looks to have already jumped Toka, but have yet to jump on Jay. Gap's now at 11 seconds, so that is a very promising run so far. And right now we have yet to properly conclude the Homestead Miami race, and then we'll be moving on into the road course layout after that. We'll update you on the results later. Jay's pulled away from her race rival Toka by 17 seconds. So Byung-eun's job right now is to see if he can massive improvement in strategy. And definitely something that we need to pay attention to. So Ollie J about to chase her fellow Flowglow teammate Dak Patterson. Who's been a busy guy this? Oh yeah. So Chica G Lisa has crossed the line to take the win at Homestead, Miami, with second place going to Cersei's Soulstorm and Willow Wildfire taking up third place. Cersei Soulstorm taking up third, with Willow Wildfire taking second. That's your results at Homestead, Miami. As we are just going to proceed forward with this stream as usual. Right, so Isekai Jamaica Left currently running in fourth place, now joins in Riba in the position for second place. Rim Rosales also on the hunt as well as Misaki Sakura. So Sakura currently in sixth place on charge against Rosales, and Riba as well as Hunter McKiernan running in second place. Almost everyone setting 128.30s except Sakura setting 122s. That's mostly because Kiriko has been somewhat holding the pack up. But I do want to point out though that if you pit way too early, then you're not going to have enough fuel to finish the race, and so that means you're going to have to make a second pit stop. Well, supposed to be a possibility, but become an inevitability. So that is something that needs to be paid attention to. Alright, so 15 laps already complete. Just a bit of an update after her win at Homestead Miami's Oval. Lisa leads the standings, and it is a massive points difference to Sugar above and Scrawny Devils in the VTRP, the Car West series for the 8th season. What's up next at the moment? Martinez now also catching Rajaczynski, and basically the packs essentially converging between each other, while Sobyagun continues to have a pretty sizable lead over Kiriko. Everyone behind her is currently trying to make a pass on Kiriko. Kiriko's about to is currently making it difficult for those involved. Oh man, apologies for the commentary silence. I'm trying to recollect myself. The brain load is insane. Like my brain's already even fatigued right now. Anyways, Mikolev still on the hunt against Ripper, and Mikolev Gonzalez using the touch slightly, and now is a version of Seki Sakura. And Joey, as we predicted, has now made his second pit stop. Came in way too early, so he might have to make another pit stop after this, which is going to be a bit unfortunate. So we already had some decent amount of high-profile incidents in like night 2 of them so far. Oh yeah, about Rudy and Jake Martinez, looks to me that the stewards are about to make their decision. Because looking back into the lap 1 incidents, stewards are having a provisional decision right now, and I think it's going to be a bit nasty if you're one of these drivers, which would mean that is almost guaranteed to be a penalty. But it looks to me that Martinez was ahead by the turn-in, so it would be Martinez's corner, but he was also kind of diving Rob down the inside. But at the same time, Martinez straddled the curbs. Don't know if Joey actually left Joey left enough space for Martinez. But honestly, okay, looks to me that when I said it's almost guaranteed a penalty, I said it's almost. Doesn't mean that it's going to be a penalty, because the stewards have decided that there will be no penalty for Joey. No further action for Joey, as it looks to me that it was actually Jake Martinez's honest mistake. He did go down the inside and straddle the curbs. It was his corner, however, he lost control of his car, and so him going off the gravel track was actually inevitable. So the stewards are going to deem this as a racing incident. And we are getting calls from everyone that they might be coming into the pits. Rudy is one of them. Concerned, they have now moved their efforts into the road course, and Toka, as we also mentioned, has now gone into the pits as well. Looking at those who are going into the pits as well, we are expecting Wizard Shango and Rudy also joining in on fun as well. But hey, for those who have already have to make a pit stop, it is a very good opportunity for them to go ahead, go up ahead, and Dak Patterson's currently up into 9th place. Hungry for his first win as usual, trying to get closer to Rico Maya at the moment. Okayama. He is trying to make sure that he gets his way into. He's trying to get closer to Okayama right now. So we'll see if this pays off or not, because right now Harrison is currently in decent control of this race. He is currently in 9th place, chasing Jake Martinez for 8th, who currently has damage, so his actual name is right to right Krasinski. Might be. Has now lost a decent amount of time to Kiriko as Riba now starts the stop cycle for those who will be going for that one stop. Nicholas meanwhile will now go up in the 3rd place. Zako and Kiriko now have their balls in their court. And yeah, I mean, it's now up to them to make it work. Also joining in is Adak-RMS. They're going to hope that their undercut strategy will work like a charm. Damn. Alright, so we are now coming closer and closer into the halfway stage of this race. Alright, while this battle is about to develop, I am gonna need to take a slight break to get some off time for a while. We'll be back in around a minute or two. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. You're still watching the Okayama 200-minute Zako series race. Update, Mikolev has already come into the pits. Yeah, if you want to know what exactly happened, also you saw some side-by-side action with Misaki Sakura and Ray Mark Rosales, especially coming into turns 1 and 2. So Rosales ahead of Sakura, but Sakura's absolutely giving a way decent amount of whack. Also, Kiriko's now in the lead after Ray Mark after Sobiak and his second guy Mikolev went into the pits the previous lap. while I was away. So Kiriko is now currently experiencing the race lead. So Byung-eun has a sizable lead this time over his fellow Flogo teammate and those who have been rival for the race lead. Ollie J, who's currently running in 10th place, as well as Toka, who's currently in 12th. So the race is progressing pretty nicely, I should say. Gonzalez currently still on the chase against Sakura chasing Rosales. Not many drivers left who have yet to make a pit stop. Only 4 remaining: Kiriko, Rosales, Sakura, and Kaczynski. So we'll be paying attention to their advancements. Kiriko's only like 30 seconds ahead of Sakura when she does go out, even with a 10-second gap. So it means she stays ahead of Kamine Reba. And that will absolutely help her advancements. We're just going to monitor the situation. Oh, and we got drivers coming into the pits, as we mentioned earlier. Raja Kaczynski just came in, so that now leaves us with 3 more drivers yet to make a pit stop. So Raja Kaczynski now goes ahead of Jake Martinez, who already has his damage repaired, and he's now back up into 8th. Still ahead of Dak Patterson, though. That is something to note. So we are about to go well past the halfway stage. And we are going to be ready to change the chip standings as we speak. Volka, meanwhile, currently 11 Labradors, goes in for a second stop. Because if we look at Cheka, he is currently back out on the track. So no issues so far, but he's currently outside of the points, making his, I believe, 3rd pit stop. This is what we meant about not pitting too early. Sakura is currently also hungry as Dak Patterson. Result. As we now see Raymar Gonzalez and Wizard in different laps. Wizard currently 1 lap down. Ollie J has now made her 3rd pit stop again, as we have predicted. Anyways, looking at Mikalev now trying to get himself past Joey, who's currently running in last place. First driver out of points. Last driver currently running in the race. And right now we have yet to properly secure the point situation. What are you expecting, but anyways. Coming in very hot though into the halfway stage here. Oh, sorry, we aren't even in the halfway stage, sorry. Not even at the halfway stage yet, sorry. So we are still a pretty interesting question mark at the moment as to how the race is currently being run. Oh yeah, also the race at the Homestead Road course for Corpo West is about to come to an end. Run off of the final corner to now go alongside and try and make a move down into Joey, and right now trying to find the space. There's nothing so far. Mikalev still trying to go the long way around and still nowhere to go. Report. Kiriko in the final corner is going to go ahead and run very well so far. $123,477 for the Himamori Luna driver. Shongo will make his pit stop. Cup still running in 10th. Alger down in 12th. Sobyung in currently in 4th. Provisionally having this race lead right now, but he is closing a lot though on Rosales and Sakura and Kiriko. Back into the situation here, we are looking at massive gaps between the drivers right now. As race has absolutely calmed down, Mikalev still trying to clear Joey and go around the outside, and that hasn't worked the charm. Mikalev now going around the outside for a neutral move here, and also Moody making his pit stop now goes down into 16th place, and he's blocking Dak Patterson. That's not going to do himself very much favors. Looks to me that we will be seeing an update in the standings. here in Okayama. It's still pretty much calm and collected right now until we see Kaczynski trying to find a way past Dak Patterson's 8th place. Patterson doing his great job defending. So far, he's doing a good job. But anyway, if we are looking into updates here, Joby Quintley has won at the road course at Homestead, Miami. It's a decent shot up top. Mozambique Beachy will be taking second place with her also getting pole position, which will give her an additional point. So this will be unchanged as far as the standings are concerned. Third place will be Enya Ignis, as she will also try to bolster her ambitions to go up into the World Series. So still Chino from G-Lisa still in the lead over Stormy Cuddles. Camisole Corzette goes up into third by virtue of her 8th place at Homestead, Miami. So that will be your updates from this point on in Corpo West and Corpo East. We still have 2 streams to go, 4 rounds each, until we see the conclusion of Corpo. But anyways, we are still going to... Anyways, back into this race, Isagaji Mikolev has now gone into the pits, and it looks to me that it might be... Yep, he has went off. He has went off the track. I feel like we have nothing to lose, though, by showing the replay. I feel like we have nothing to lose. So if you want to know what happened to Isagaji Mikolev, here is what happened. And it looks to me that... Oh, okay, this is a bit more egregious there from Shango. Let's take a look into the onboard for Shango. Oh no! I don't think Shango saw it coming, but I felt like he could have gone further down the inside, so the stewards might actually deem this to be an avoidable crash. So right now we are just going to be seeing the incident again. So it's Mikolev locking up, and then it's just him spinning out Mikolev, and then it's Mikolev not looking to continue any further, so he will be the last driver in the points, outside the points. So anyways, that will be it for the retirement of this way. So alright, so the stewards might actually decide on giving a penalty for Shango, because that's actually way more avoidable. So but I think given that the angle is this one, I think it's just going to be a 15-second penalty for Shango, non-DNF inducing collision, because the DNF choice was actually from Mikolev. So, right, 50-second penalty to Shango, as he now is going to serve the penalty right now. Well, not exactly serve the penalty, as we now see drivers finally coming into the pits. That's Chaka Labradorus and Saki Sakura. So Sakura is spending a decent amount of time in the pits already. Labrador has also come in for his stop as well. Sakura is going to exit what looks to be in 5th place. Decent comeback here. Labrador's down in 13th. Mikulak will be out of this race. So this is going to be an interesting battle though. So we are now officially past the halfway stage, and we are already seeing a interesting switch in dynamics in this race. Rudy, meanwhile, trying to go against Chaka. That's for this wait. And right now we are just going to wait though on how Kiriko and Rosales will be dealing with their pit stop cycles. And right now we are not seeing any updates here, but they are running pretty dry. 14 liters of fuel left if you look at their onboards. So Byung-eun is also looking to have to make another pit stop as well. I think same goes for Riba as well, but for Sakura she will be good for the rest of this race. So right now it's all between Kiriko and Sakura right now, as we're now about to see though Shango reeling in from that penalty, now driving with pace here, but I think he's going to have to make another pit stop as well. So for Misaki Sakura, Hanami Kiriko, and Raymond Gonzalez, they will be the ones who will be making only one pit stop. And again, what result of this will be for Hanami Kiriko if she does win. Decided to make a pit stop, and Hanami Kiriko is now behind Kaminari Reba right now. But I remember to point out the fuel loads. Reba only has 19 liters of fuel. So Byung-eun has 22 liters of fuel. So they will not be they will have to make at least one more pit stop. But for Raymond Gonzalez, who already has made a pit stop, he is gonna still be in a net second place. Oh my goodness. It feels like no matter what he does, he always is destined for second place, which is insane. How many second places is he going to rack up in these competitions? I am honestly at a impasse here. I mean, you look at his stats in HoloType 3. Okay, that's really not much to talk about. In Formula HoloLife, he already has a second place in Okayama Race 2, where he just lost to Aqua Azuri, and now he's gonna be about to finish. He's gonna be finishing second again. Have to wait and see how it will fare. As we're now seeing more viewers in. Welcome everyone here to Okayama for the HoloType race, the Zako series race at Okayama. The Zako series every 200 minutes. Oh, we're seeing side by sides here. That is Jake Martinez around the outside this time of what looks to me Shango. Again, it's going to add 50 seconds to his race time. Then we set to finish 14th. Hanami Kiriko in a very serious position to win a race for the first time in her ARO career. Himemori Luna's first on-track win since 2022. And, okay, since 2023 actually. I forgot it's not. Her first on-track win since 2023 when Moshadon Reza won Himemori Luna at Buriram. Can she hang on at the finish? Statement win if she does get up there. Oh, so the Shango has to make a pit stop again. Speaking of which, we are just going to. I'm just gonna have to keep proceeding with the situation here. So Shango is going to spend a decent amount of time in the pits Alright, so what is next for this race? I'm just going to be monitoring the fuel loads for Tsuyo and Ripa. Kiriko currently in a decent position to hang on to this, to take this lead away. Although she has potential lap cars in Yukihara Toka coming right up for her. Oh yeah, speaking of Aquazuri, we will be talking more about her in detail tomorrow when the CEO Series race will take place. But for now, we also wanted to look into the massive gaps between Toka and Skaczynski over a minute. And that is only through intervals. You haven't seen the gap to the leader. And so right now we are seeing Toka go one lap down and she's gonna have to go make it. So of course they did. This is what happens when you pit too early. Right, so back onto this racing situation here. 41 laps complete. So Byung-eun still in control right now, but for how much longer? How much longer can his fuel tank hang on? So Toka and Rudy in the pits right now. So Rudy comes into the pits, so there will be a big of a shuffle so far. So it is going to still be an interesting build-up though for this win here for Kiriko. Obviously there were some rough times in the Luna camp, going winless in 2024. Just barely making the Formula Hala Japan and Hala GT3 Tsuyo phases. But did win the HoloType GP3 title as the longtime Luna driver Moshadon Reza bows out to represent Koseki Biju. Speaking of which, new live concert coming up. Kiriko is on the charge right now. Just remaining calm at the moment, just to chip away the amount of laps that the drivers have. Joey comes into the pits. There's a field for Riba, and I think it's way lower for Sobyang. And wait, yeah, 13 liters of fuel for SPE. Laps complete, so has just crossed the line. He is just gonna need to see if he can at least have himself stay up into as high up in the lead as possible. And right now the pit stop deltas would be in around 40 seconds, so he will most likely have to shuffle down into 6th place, maybe 7th. But I am just going to need to monitor right now. Right, 45 laps complete. Well, that's a pretty long set of circumstances, but we still have much more of this race to go. So we've lost 4 drivers already, 3 due to engine failure, 1 due to a crash. Raido, Asahi, and Seirin have car problems that forced them out, and as they peel their way back to the pits, or teleport back to the pits. Sakaji Mikolev was at his mistake, then got caught out by Shango, who could have gone on further on the inside, I think. Yeah, because there's still acres of space on the inside that would have meant that this would avoid the incident. Be Shango that gets a penalty, but he gets 15 seconds only because he only spins until the point where he can continue, but chose to DNF in this race, so he escapes further punishment so far. As to when they will be pitting, and I think Riba might have an answer. He has only 6 liters of fuel to go. Sobyang-eun, meanwhile, has a decent amount still in his fuel tank. Sobyang-eun is about to approach all lap cars, and Mikiriko has, I believe, already cleared Ikihara Toka. and right now is a straight 5-photo lead, and Sobyung-eun and Kaminariba are widely expected to take their pit stops right now, with not much of the race to go. Sobyung-eun still not coming into the pits right now, as well as calls into the pits for Sobyung-eun and Kaminariba. We will pay attention to running 5.5 liters of fuel for Sobyung-eun. Riba is going to come into the pits, so Sobyung-eun will be continuing for 2 more laps until he will have to make a pit stop. I'm just gonna go for a short break to remind someone of a certain situation. Give me a second. Alright, back to the situation here as we've already informed a certain someone. So Sobyung-eun currently still holds the lead. Kaminariba has ceded his position to Kiriko. Riba has now gone up to 7th place. Looks like Patterson's 8th place will be extremely secure. So that will at least do himself some favors in the Japan Zako series. 23 seconds is the gap between Kiriko and Sobyung-eun, but we're only going to be focusing on Kiriko results. Remember, Sobyung-eun needs to make this one more pit stop. And speaking of which, we are just going to proceed forward with the situation right now, and we are going to see when Sobyung-eun is going to have to make a pit stop. As Sobyung-eun is going to confirm his spot in the pit stop. Sobyung-eun, Kiriko is going to be in the race lead. I can't believe my own eyes. Kiriko's going to be in race lead. Holy smokes! And we'll see how much longer she will last, because I think she will last. She got 42 liters of fuel to go. She's more than enough fuel to clear herself to the finish line. No, you are not. Your eyes are not deceiving you. This is not some sort of eye tricks. Hanami Kiriko is indeed leading this race, and she's currently leading by 11 seconds. Misaki Sakura is gonna possibly put pay to Raymar Rosales in second place right now, in what could be her best finish in the for asking up to this point, I believe. Sakura, who had went pointless in the currently been pointless so far for ASCII in the world in the Japan Zako series and the World Zako series, is gonna try to lift spirits. Although Sakura has had a second place finish herself to her name in Autopolis Race 2 in Formula HoloType Japan. See if Sakura can land this move as Kiriko continues to hang on to the lead. And it will be one very popular win for Kiriko as Luna gets herself back on top. Jake Martinez for Okayama Toa gets into the pits. Still holding on to 8th place. Martinez has now gotten out. And right now the gap to himself and Martinez is going to shrink down to maybe around less than 10 seconds. Martinez is still somewhat ahead of Shango right now. Sakura is somewhat losing touch now to Rosales, who's currently running in second place, but right now there is literally nothing separating between the two. Well, no lap car separating between the two, so it is a straight fight for second. Rosales still needs to pass, though, the lap car of Joey. Still hunting for that win. It's probably not going to come unless Kiriko makes a huge mistake. And right now Kiriko is quite far from any lap car situations, so she is currently going to be running home and dry. As she is going to. Joey, but still nothing coming out of it. Again, also Sakura not having the pace that she has been looking for so far. She's currently losing a bit of touch, though. He's just watching it from the sidelines. He's already lapped by the 3 lead lap drivers. But this result for Hanami Kiriko will thrust her immediately up into the top of the Japan standings. Raymar Rosales staying in second place will help him. Actually, no. Raymar Rosales will actually take the championship lead away from Championship lead away though from Osne Wizard. As it stands right now, Misaki Sakura finally opened up the point scoring with a third. So Byung-eun will at the very least secure a solid fourth place, which will put him second provisionally. Raja Kaczynski in fifth place for Yusuke Choko is also going to be at a decent shout, but he has been anonymous so far. Joey getting a single point will be okay-ish. Say Rudy getting a bit more is also going to be somewhat okay as well. And then we have Shango running in. Okay, never mind. Rudy will be taking 13th. Shango will be taking 14th after penalties. Toka will be taking that 12th place. Lab Norris with that 11th place right now. We've posted Wizard currently in 10th for Inugami Korone. Ollie J was supposed to have her time to win a race, but it's okay. She does have 9th place. Jack Patterson with 8th place. That would be a solid result for him and the Chihaniks. Jake Martinez in his first race for Okayama Toa is already going to improve onto what Jeff Rohan had done. Yeah, never mind. Jeff Rohan did not finish inside the top 7 in this Japan Zako so far, and looks to me that Martinez is going to make use of his newfound approach to racing. And Kamen Riba, who will be set to finish 6th place for Shishiron, is also going to have a points day to remember. So it's now back into a wide open affair for the Japan Zako series. This race still remaining. It is now pretty much a question on how the drivers would tackle the situation here. It's now 55 laps complete, 13 laps to go for Hanami Kiriko to complete the job and to become only the second Loon Knight to win in an ARO competition. Well, the second winner of both Luna in ARO competitions. And I think it feels like watching the live concert, watching Luna's birthday live concert has absolutely changed her as a Loon Knight, and that absolutely gave her extra belief on what it means to represent Himamori Luna in ARO competitions. Tal Williams has already won for Amane Kanata in qualifiers. Amane Cashew, not yet. And then that's Tokoyami Toa-Kem. So this will mean that as it stands, Harumi Kiriko will be only the second Gen 4 driver to win for second driver this season in HoloType to win for Himori Luna in win for a Gen 4 car in HoloType Japan. 56 laps complete. We still have 12 more laps of racing to go. Coming in River, now getting very close though to Raijin Kaczynski. Alright, back into the racing scene here. Kamen Rider has made his move onto Raijin as Kazuki now goes into the pits. Anywho, looks to me that our Twitch progress has already expanded very well. I'm just going to... So yeah, because this is going to spend a decent amount of time in the pits. So, looks to me that Martinez will take the position. Same goes for Dak Patterson. Kazuki is not out of the track just yet. Ollie J is going to get close, but, well, I think out of it. Shango is currently still about to lose a position to Rudy. As it stands, Rudy is not far. He will be capitalizing on that 50-second penalty. Right. Let's now stop behind lap cars. That's not going to do him any favors. He's stuck behind Shango. Hana Mikiriko is cleared of Ali J right now, so she's doing a very, very solid job right now in the lead. Again, the question remains, can she hang on? Laps to go here in Okayama. So it's almost gonna be a secure title it's gonna be secured in terms of positions here. Although we still have Hana Mikiriko, Raymond Gonzalez, and Misaki Sakura. Misaki Sakura is still trying to get into Raymond Gonzalez right now, but right now. So from this point on, everyone is going to score points. And we are going to be seeing some interesting changes at the top of the standings. Still have much of this race to go though. Sakura is still losing touch to Raymond though, so was potentially not on. But look at the Martinez going wide. Dak Patterson is going to be looking for a move. He already has the slipstream. He's going to go down the inside. Martinez still stays ahead. Patterson has to back off. Dak Patterson, as it stands, will remain in 5th in the title fight. Only 150 points behind Raymond Gonzalez in the hunt for the Japan Zako title. But still a lot to talk about. So Jake Martinez currently up there. Rajiv will also be joining in 7th place. Bound to go. We are coming to the later stages. Misaki Sakura will also be jumping up into 9th place as a result of her podium finish. 8th, so that will be massive amounts of progress. Saber will drop down to 10th. We're seeing some interesting changes at the bottom of the standings. Zako will now be the last place driver in Japan. Zako. Will at least go up a bit in the standings somewhat. Still big loser of sorts, unfortunately. But then again, that's just the nature of competitions. Riba will at least go up in the standings of sorts. He now will not go into second, 12th place after Will after his current 5th place right now. Right out of point situation is not final. Sakura does lose out a bit on the Rosales right now. Sobyagun in 4th. So it's going to currently be Kiriko Rosales, Musaki Sakura in 3rd, Sobyagun in 4th. I'm just going to give a bit of an update here. We have some changes here. Kamen Riba has now moved up into 5th place. Martinez has now dropped down into 6th. Dak Patterson in 7th. And 8th is Raiji Kaczynski. So there will be changes in the title fight so far. So that will mean that Raiji Kaczynski will drop 2 positions in the title fight. In the Zako title fight right now, as we're now coming into 6 laps to go. I'm also doing live calculations right now. And in a interesting twist though, Kamen Riba will now be inside the top 10. Interesting development so far. He will looks to me that let me just do this. So Raiji Kaczynski and Joshua Sahi will make up 11th and 12th. And that will be your main changes in the point situation. So it is going to be an interesting sight to behold. So Kaczynski dropping down a few more positions is is kind of expected, but not really expected. But anyways. Right. Anyways, Raymark as is gonna be, as it stands, so close yet so far for his first race win, and Sharanui Flares his first race win in Aero competitions 2022. Because if you look back into the stats at the moment. Back into the entire time of Formula HoloType at the moment. Look back into last season's Tsuyo Cup. Sobyagun did still unfortunately he still failed to score a win for Flair. There were another second place finish at Tsuyo in the 2024 season. And in the 2023 season, looking at the standings of the previous driver had also had a second place finish. And in the postseason, the ride didn't fare any better. So this is a ride that has not won since 2022. Mark is already coming into terms with his with his next second place finish. That's just crazy. Less than 3 laps to go. Hanami Kiriko still in control of this race. Sakura currently in 3rd place. Sobyung in 4th. Reba in 5th. Martinez in 6th. Black Patterson stuck in 7th. Kaczynski 8th. I'm just gonna check back the results in case if there's anything. Kiriko, Rosales, Sakura, Sobyung and Reba. Martinez, Patterson, Kaczynski, Jay and Wizard. Labradoris and Toka. And then Rudy and Shango. But right now, I think... Yeah, no. Rudy and Shango are currently between each other. So it's still going to be Rudy in 13th, Shango 14th, and 15th place, Joey. So this will be... Right. So, in the penultimate lap of this race... And speaking of which, we are coming into the final stages. It has come a long way for Himemori Luna to return to the top step of the podium in ARO competitions. Oh my goodness. Right! In the final stages of this race, Hanami Kiriko has done an amazing job to get herself up into the lead. She started 4th. Misaki Sakura gained the most positions. She started 12th. And as we're about to start the final lap of this race, it's Hanami Kiriko controlling her destiny to grab her first win in ARO competitions. Himemori Luna's first on-track win since 2023 in September. So it's going to be a 2-year winless streak finally being broken for the absolute Luna. That's Hanami Kiriko. She watched Luna perform as she showcased her new 3D model and her new 3D hairstyle in her birthday live concert just over a week ago, and she was inspired by it. And now she's going to seize the initiative. Coming into the final few corners, Hanami Kiriko is about to get it done. Just needs to survive 4 more corners in Okayama to put herself on the map as ARO winners, and more specifically, winners for Himemori Luna. The big Luna with 2 corners left is about to get it done. Round the final corner, Hanami Kiriko. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you are a winner for Himemori Luna. Hanami Kiriko wins the Okayama 200 minutes Zako series race. I am lost for words. It was a long time coming, but now the Lunites can celebrate. Raymond Rosales finishes second again, continuing his status as bridesmaid, as well as Misaki Sakura getting her first podium in HoloType after 2 straight DNFs. As the 2 straight races outside the points, Sakura finally gets into a podium. Tsuyo earns his 4th, would mean that he will be in 2nd place, and with Raymond Rosales' consecutive 2nd place, he will also have the championship lead. So coming at Reba in 5th, Martinez in 6th, Dak Patterson 7th, Kaczynski 8th, J9 Wizard 10th, Numbers 11th, Toka 12th, Shango in 14th, Rudy 13th, Joey 15th, and Raji Kaczynski, the last driver to cross the line. And that should be it. Results have been landed. Oh man. That was a result and a half for Harumi Kiriko specifically. She takes the checkered flag here in Okayama for Himamari Luna over Raymond Gonzalez in 2nd place. Sumisaki Sakura finishes on the podium for asking for the first time in HoloType in 3rd. Sobihak in 4th for Kogani Nico coming in Reba 5th for Botan. Jake Martinez in his first Tokyo Toa race. He's done a good job in 6th place. Patterson 7th for Chihaya. With Raj Kaczynski 8th for Yusuke Choco. I just read the chat. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Ali J 9 for Kikira Ravivi with Osna Wizard 10 for Inagami Carne. From this point on, he will cede the lead to Ray Mark Rosales. Right, I just wanted to remind to people alright, so moving on. Chaka Labradores in 11th for Nasira Matsuri with 12th place Yukara Toka for Yukana Alami. 13th place was supposed to be Shango, but it will be given to Rudy after Shango will be receiving penalties. Shango will be dropped down to 40 as a result of his collision with Isakaiji Mikolev. 15 seconds to be exact. Joey runs out the final point position for Jufu Teraren. And of course, Isakaiji Mikolev is out due to pet out after if they went into the gravel trap and just beached it. Masaraido having engine failures for Todoroki Hajime, as well as Joshua Sahi for Hakui Koiri and Seirin for Otono Sekanade. These will be the drivers that will not be scoring points. Alright, I'm just going to save the replay and hope that the results are going to process. And yes, the results are processed. So there's not much to talk about. So we are also just going to showcase you an interesting way to showcase to you the championship standings. But first of all, we'd like to thank the viewers for tuning in, as we are just going to move over into the championship standings. Just wanted to do this first. Alright, so to conclude off this stream, we'd like to update you all on the Zako series standings, and we are going to make this thing official here. And looks like everything is okay. Alright, we are going to make this thing official. Just wanted to... Right. So, with that being said, here are your Zako standings after Okayama. Ray Mark Gonzalez now has the championship lead by 358 points over his nearest rival, So Byung-eun, who only scored 327. The race winner, Hanami Kiriko, will now place herself in 3rd place after that win. Great stuff from the Himori Luna driver. And now joining her in the top 5 will also be Osne Wizard and Dag Patterson, who have had very consistent showings so far. And now we are just going to sort out the other drivers in the field. And that will be Jake Martinez for Tokuyami Toa, Misaki Sakura for Asuki, Sakaji Mikolev for Sakaramiko, Sayurin for Tonosu Kanade, and Kaminari Riba for Shiro Botan. Raji Kazuki will be 11th with 118 points. And then we got 12th place Joshua Asahi at 108, Masaraido at 98, Chaka Labradores at 94, Joey at 73, Toka in 71, Rudy 54, Ali J in 44, and Shango with 8 points. And with that out of the way, we'd like to thank everyone for tuning into the stream. We hope you enjoyed the stream as much as I did, and as well as one more thing, do tune in, stay tuned for tomorrow's Tsuyo series race at the same track at Okayama for HoloType Japan. So this is round 8 of the season and round 3 of the Tsuyo series, the Okayama 200 minutes. Also coming up for the Tsuyo field on 3:30 p.m. Japan time tomorrow. We hope everyone's going to be tuning in for that as well. Stay tuned for that as well. With that being said, my name is Roman Reza. We'll see you in the next race, and take care, everyone.